that. Now, the first thing we need is some onion. So I've got one onion here, just a yellow onion. Anytime I am buying onions, and actually pretty much anytime I'm writing a recipe that has an onion in it, I'm always referring to the onions you buy in the bags. You know the ones, the little fishnet bag?
Onions.
Yeah, fishnet onions. That's a party. Yeah. They're a really consistent size. I also find they've been dried really nicely, so they tend to last a lot longer, just hanging out in your pantry, which is a really, really good thing. So I'm just using a yellow onion here, just chopping that up nice and fine. And I'm gonna add that into a pan. Now I've got my pan over medium heat, so I'm gonna pop those right on in. And then quickly, I'm gonna go in with some oil as well. Just about 2 teaspoons of olive oil is all you need just to kind of give it a little bit of fat to get things going. Season that up with some salt, a little bit of pepper as well. And you'd wanna cook those onions down for, I'd say about 2 to 3 minutes, just until they're a little kind of translucent. You're not necessarily looking for like deep golden brown color. You're just softening those meatballs. If you do go caramelized, it's not a bad thing. That's a delicious flavor. Stick it in your meatballs. It's gonna be great. Right?
But cook them. Often I find people actually don't cook their onions and then
Oh,
put them in their meatballs.
Yeah. Better to overcook a little than
Undercook.
under.
Well, they're going to cook twice. So, like, starting them now, a little flavor engagement, and then into the meatball and cook it again.
And then they still have a little bit of moisture, too. You're adding that. The only way I've ever, I think, added, like, an uncooked onion to a meatball is if I've grated it. But even then, it's very punchy. Very, very punchy. This sweetens them up a little bit, enhances their sugar. Really, really nice. So I would cook those down for about 2 to 3 minutes. Do as I say, not as I do. Because I'm not cooking these for 2 to 3 minutes. We're gonna move on. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with 2 cloves of garlic. Now, for me, you know me, I don't like chopping garlic very much. So I'm just gonna rasp them straight on into the pan. And the garlic doesn't need long at all, just about 30 seconds, because you just wanna give it a little kiss of heat just to remove that really kind of sharp garlic flavor, that kind of punchiness that's a bit spicy. So I'm gonna go in with those 2 cloves. Honestly, when I'm grating garlic at home, it feels like it takes 2 seconds. And on TV, it feels like it takes 18 years. Which is always a good thing. Same with chopping mushrooms. Love doing it, but it feels like forever on TV if you got a camera. All right, give that a stir in. And again, you'd let that go for 30 seconds, but to enhance this flavor and give it a bit of umami, I'm gonna go in with this stuff. Everybody knows what this stuff is?
Love it.
What do we call it? Spencer, what do you call it?
Worcestershire.
There you go. Andrew, like it?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Sometimes they say
So
Worcester.
I said it wrong.
Yeah.
We didn't want to say anything.
It's also like, I've heard people say Worcester. I call it this stuff. The stuff you have in the back of your pantry. You use it for a Caesar, always good. So I'm gonna go in with about 2 tablespoons of that. And you want that to cook down. Again, it only takes about 30 seconds just to concentrate and reduce a little bit. It's gonna give you a ton of flavor. It's gonna give those onions beautiful flavor. It's also gonna lift any little stuck-on bits up off the pan. Once that has cooked down, take it off the heat, and you want to let that cool completely. If you don't let it cool completely, things get a little bit iffy in the world of food temperature world, which is not a fun place you want to be. You do not want to make things iffy there.
No.
Because we're mixing that into ground meat, which we're going to shape, and it's going to take a little bit before we get them into the oven. You want to make sure it's cool, so you're not adding warm stuff to cold, raw meat. That is not a good thing. So what we're gonna move on to now is a fun thing that we talked about already during Meatball Madness, and that is a panade. Does anybody know what a panade is?
It's the meatball secret.
It's the meatball secret. Exactly.
Totally is.
So panade, basically, it is this. It looks like you left your Raisin Bran cereal aside, and it has all mushed up into a bowl and hydrated. So it doesn't look cute, but it is a secret for meatballs. So that's half a cup of breadcrumbs, just plain breadcrumbs. And into there, I added half a cup of milk. Now, basically, panade is equal parts breadcrumbs or bread and some sort of liquid. I did milk today, but you could easily do this with a little bit of red wine would be really nice. Beef broth would be delicious. And a little
There's kind of no rules. You
There's
can
kind of
put
no rules.
egg, cheese, heavy cream,
100%.
half and half.
This is not a burger. A meatball is not a burger. You want them to be tender. You want them to be that nice
Almost
kind of
fluffy.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, super eatable. Delicious. Okay, so I've got that panade doing its thing. I'm gonna add in these cooled onions now. And then I am gonna add in an egg. That's gonna help bind stuff together. Give it a little bit more structure as well. So in goes that onion mixture. I'm gonna go in with an egg. Andrea Bucket, can you call out this next one I'm putting in?
I'm going to guess that you're calling me out because it's Dijon mustard.
It is Dijon mustard.
My flavoring of choice,
She
always.
loves it. It gives that little bit of a
kick.
There you go. We got it. So a tablespoon of Dijon. Again, I'm not being extra precious about measurements here at all. I'm gonna give that a mix to combine. Get that panade broken up too. And right now, it kind of looks not great, but it's gonna come together. There's so much flavor going on in here. There's a lot of moisture as well that's gonna hold moisture into those meatballs. Now, for the actual meat, I'm doing a mixture of beef and pork. So I'm doing a pound or 454 grams of lean ground beef and a pound of ground pork. I like using lean beef, not medium. Medium's too fatty, I find, and a lot kind of seeps out. And extra lean, just don't.
Don't bother.
Just don't. There's no fat in there.
Stop right
Yeah, it's not gonna be the best. Okay, that's looking good. What you'd wanna do now, I typically use 2 forks. You could also use your hands if you're feeling it. Give this a good mix together just until everything is nice and combined. You just wanna mix it up. It feels like you're tossing the world's weirdest salad, which is not the worst thing in the world. But we've got that mustard in there, we've got that Worcester sauce, we've got all that deliciousness. Season that up with some pepper, a little bit of salt. At home, I would mix this a little bit more. But what you wanna do once this is all combined evenly is you wanna scoop these into little meatballs. Since these are cocktail meatballs, we're gonna go for just about a tablespoon. So I've got a little disher here. This one's a little bit big. So I'm gonna go in with maybe half of one of those and just plop them onto a sheet pan. Now, if you wanted to, you could roll these up. If you were using a little bit of a smaller disher, you don't necessarily need to.
That's a great size.
It's a good size.
It's a good size.
They'll shrink a little bit,
They'll
right?
shrink a little bit up.
Yeah.
Now, I would roll these up, drizzle them with a little bit of oil on there. Then you want to pop those into a 400-degree oven. They're in there. Okay, cool. You want to pop those into a 400-degree oven and let those go for just 15 minutes. That's going to cook them up. They're going to be absolutely beautiful. Now, at this point, you can set these aside to cool completely and freeze them. So then you are ready to go anytime occasion strikes that you need a meatball. Super, super tasty.
It is the time of year where we start thinking about planning ahead. Even if we're not doing it now, we're thinking about planning ahead.
I feel like everyone is convinced that no one drops by anymore. People drop by.
Yeah.
And this is the time of year, so you got to be ready.
My problem is I think too long.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, it's Christmas.
Yeah. And it's already happening.
Yeah.
Now, this is obviously delicious as is. If you wanted, you could throw those onto anything. But we need to make that classic party meatball sauce. So I've got my slow cooker here. Into there, I'm going to go in with a cup and a half of chili sauce. Now, chili sauce.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, we're on board.
This is the party meatball. I need to learn this.
Yes, this is what makes it the party meatball. So chili sauce, you get
I'm
it.
like highly confused and so excited.
Okay. It's going to be amazing. Get ready, hold on, because it's going to get extra weird.
Okay.
So we go in. This is the stuff you buy near the ketchup aisle, in the ketchup section. Super easy, super tasty. There's lots of flavor in there. Anna, you make your own, right?
I do.
Yeah.
So you've got onion. Well, it's tomato based, but it's not as sweet as ketchup.
No.
But it's got onion, celery seed flavors.
Yeah. It's really, really good. It's super tasty. I'm not gonna lie though, one time didn't have chili sauce, used Thai chili sauce.
Oh.
That with this, delicious.
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
Yes. So fun fact, if you don't have this or can't find it, use that. Now here is the key ingredient, grape jelly.
Yes.
What?
Can I be honest? That's a bit weird.
It is. It's super weird, Anna. But if you think about it, we do fruit with a lot of meats. You did that raspberry jam.
Yeah,
Blueberries.
100%.
Yeah.
So you go in with a
Sweet and savory, it was
jelly.
like
I know.
it'll stand the
Exactly.
test of time.
This feels like a full throwback. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone eats grape jelly anymore.
No.
So it's used for meatballs. So pop it into a slow cooker, and you want to put that over high heat. Then you want to transfer those meatballs in and let it go for about an hour just to get those flavors doing their thing. If they're frozen, pop them in for about 2 to 3 hours until they're heated through. And then, my friends, you end up.
This funky.
I know. We're locked.
nice
Also a
one,
classic.
eh?
We're locked and loaded.
Do it in the crock pot too?
There we go. Okay, and there's those party meatballs, everybody. Okay.
Crock box of mustard.
What do we think?
This is a thing?
Okay. I'm gonna go in.
It does not smell grapey.
It does not smell grapey. It smells savory. It smells a little bit spicy. Anna, I'm gonna hand you a
Okay.
meatball. Spencer. Oh, we're gonna get a
Here,
little
I'll pass
drippy.
one
Okay,
down.
Okay,
perfect.
okay, okay, let's do
Meatball
it.
for you.
Okay.
Okay, here's the moment of truth.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, it might be hot. Let's see.
I get it.
What?
Yeah.
It's
good, right?
sweet, it's fruity, but it's balanced.
It works. It is balanced.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a throwback. Andrea Bucket, I know
I'm
you
so
want
sad.
one.
It's a bit of a party.
I know.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.